Today I'm testing if I can make charcoal. This is the Trust Repair Shop, a project about understanding the world firsthand. I'm not an expert, I'm just curious. I'm on a 30-week speed run to recreate important discoveries and technologies for myself instead of taking anyone's word for it. Charcoal might be one of humanity's first high-performance materials. It's basically wood that's been transformed into a fuel that can concentrate heat and carbon, which makes it useful for other later technologies like smelting metals. The big idea is in open air, wood gets lots of oxygen while it's burning and it burns down to ash. But if that oxygen is limited, then the water and volatiles in the wood will boil off and it leaves a carbon lattice. That process is called carbolysis or carbonization. For the test, I compared wood burned directly in the open air with wood heated inside two bean can retorts covered in foil and vented through a small hole in a messy backyard fire. If it works, then the open air sample should lose nearly all of its mass and become ash, but the oxygen limited samples should lose a lot of mass but retain a black brittle structure that looks and behaves more like charcoal. The open air sample lost 93% of its mass. It became gray-white ash. Can 1, it didn't work so cleanly. It kept about 71% of its mass. It still had some of the original wood color, so it was probably underheated. Can 2 worked much better. It lost 67% of its mass. It came out black and brittle. It was consistent with charcoal. These results aren't perfect, but they're enough to show the difference. The open oxygen sample pushed the wood towards ash, whereas the oxygen limited sample ended up much more like a carbon charcoal product. My biggest takeaway was how easy this was. I could definitely imagine a partially covered or a partially buried fire accidentally creating charcoal and someone noticing that and taking the next steps from there. Next time I'm going to look at pottery and ceramics.